He was the richest prince in all the land. But he disguised himself as a filthy beggar and walked into the village with nothing. Every woman spat on him. Every family chased him away. Until one poor maid, the poorest girl in the village, did something that changed her life forever. Sit down, my children. Let me tell you the story of the poor maid who married the prince disguised as a beggar. In the great kingdom of Abikara, there lived a prince named Obinna. He was the only son of King Eze Namdi, the most powerful ruler in 7 villages. Prince Obinna had everything a man could wish for: gold, land, power. But there was one thing his wealth could not buy him: true love. Every week, beautiful women from across the land would come to the palace seeking his hand in marriage. But Prince Obinna knew their hearts were not pure.
If I marry the prince, I will have all the gold I want. I don't care what he looks like, I want his money. I will pretend to love him, then take half his kingdom.
Prince Obinna heard every word. His heart sank deeper and deeper. Not one woman wanted him. They all wanted his crown. That night, Prince Obinna went to his father with a plan that shocked the entire kingdom. Prince Obinna knelt before his father, the great King Eze Namdi, and spoke words that made the king's blood run cold.
Father, I wish to leave the palace. I want to disguise myself as a beggar and travel to a distant village. I want to find a woman who will love me when I have nothing.
My son, are you mad? You are a prince. You want to dress in rags? What if you are harmed? What if no one helps you?
Then I will know the truth about the hearts of people, Father. A woman who loves a beggar will love a king even more.
The prince speaks wisdom, my king. Gold attracts gold diggers, but poverty reveals true character. Let the boy go.
Very well, my son. You have 30 days. If you do not find a wife, you will marry the woman I choose for you.
And so, under the cover of darkness, Prince Obinna removed his royal robes, covered himself in dust and torn rags, and left the palace as a beggar. After 3 days of walking, Prince Obinna arrived at the village of Umueze. It was a beautiful place, with rolling green hills, tall palm trees, and a busy marketplace where women sold everything from yams to palm oil. But when the villagers saw the beggar walking through their gates, their faces twisted in disgust. House after house rejected him. Family after family drove him away. He had not eaten in 2 days. His feet were bleeding from the journey, and his heart was slowly breaking. But in this same village lived 2 very different young women, and both of them were about to cross paths with the beggar, with very different results. The first was Kioma, the daughter of Chief Okoro, the richest man in Umueze. Chioma was beautiful, like the morning star. Her skin was smooth, her hair was long, and her clothes were the finest in the village. But Kioma's beauty was only on the outside. Inside, her heart was as cold as harmattan wind and as hard as dried palm kernel. She cared only about money, status, and herself. She mocked the poor, insulted the elderly, and believed she deserved only the finest things in life.
I will only marry a man richer than mine. I deserve power. Any man who can't help me does not deserve to breathe the same air as me.
On the far edge of the village, in a small mud hut that leaned to one side, lived a young woman named Adaeze. She was the poorest girl in all of Umueze. Adaeze had no father. He had died when she was just 5 years old. Her mother followed him to the grave 3 years later. She was raised by her old grandmother, Mama Nkichi, who sold roasted ground nuts in the market to keep them alive, a heart made of pure gold. She fed the hungry even when she herself was starving. She helped the elderly cross the road. She sang songs to children who had no mothers. The village called her poor, but heaven called her rich. And it was this girl, this poor, barefoot, forgotten girl, who was about to change the prince's life forever. On the 7th day, Prince Obinna was sitting by the village well, weak from hunger, his torn rags covered in dust. He saw Kioma walking through the marketplace with her servants. With the last of his strength,
Please.
he called out to her,
Beautiful, I have not eaten in 3 days.
Ew! Get your filthy hands away from me. Do you know who I am? I am Chief Okoro's daughter. I don't even look at beggars like you.
Please, forgive me, madam. I meant no offense. Be gone! Yes, madam.
You smell like a dead goat. If you touch my dress, I will have the village guards beat you. Go and die somewhere else. Please, I'm no harm.
Prince Obinna watched her walk away. He did not feel anger. He felt pity. For he knew that Kioma had just failed the greatest test of her life, and she didn't even know it. But the day was not over. Someone else was about to walk past that well. As the sun began to set, Adaeze came to the well to fetch water for her grandmother. She was barefoot as usual, carrying a clay pot on her head, humming her little song. When she saw the beggar, she did not cover her nose. She did not look away. She did not run. Instead, she stopped.
Oh, sir, are you all right? You look very unwell. When was the last time you ate?
3 days ago, my daughter. I have been walking from village to village. No one will help me. I think I'm going to die here.
No, you will not die. Not while I am here. Come, let me help you up.
Adaeze did something no one else in the village had done. She touched the beggar. She lifted him up. She treated him like a human being.
Lean on me. We'll get you help.
Thank you, child.
Look at that fool Adaeze carrying a beggar like a baby.
No wonder she is poor. She wastes her time on useless people.
Adaeze did not care what they said. She never did. Her grandmother had taught her one lesson she never forgot.
My child, always be kind to strangers. You never know when you are entertaining an angel or a king.
Those words were about to come true, in ways Mama and Ketchi could never have imagined. Adaeze brought the beggar to her tiny hut. It was small. The walls were cracked. The roof leaked when it rained. But it was filled with something most mansions lacked: love. She washed his bleeding feet with warm water and clean cloth torn from her own wrapper.
Why are you helping me? You don't even know me. I could be a thief. I could be dangerous. Because you are a human being. That is reason enough.
Those words pierced Prince Obinna's heart like an arrow. In all his years of royalty, surrounded by hundreds of servants and beautiful women, no one had ever said anything so simple yet so
Welcome
powerful.
to our home, my son. It is small, but the love inside is bigger than any.
It is not much, it is all we have. But please eat. My grandmother always says a hungry stomach cannot hear good news.
That night, as the beggar slept on a mat on the floor of their tiny hut, Prince Obinna stared at the cracked ceiling and made a decision that would change everything.
I have found her. I have finally found her.
By the next morning, the entire village was buzzing with gossip about Adaeze
Did you
and
hear?
the beggar.
That foolish Adaeze took that stinking beggar into her house. She even washed his feet. The girl has lost her mind. I know. Can you imagine? Adaeze married a beggar. The poorest girl married the poorest man. They are perfect for each other.
Adaeze! Adaeze! Come outside. Let us see your new husband. Does he smell as bad as your cooking? Chioma, I did not marry anyone. I simply helped a hungry man. Is that a crime? You are pathetic, Adaeze. Look at you. No shoes, no beggar into your hut. You will never amount to anything.
Prince Obinna watched it all. He watched how Kioma treated the weak. He watched how Adaeze stood with quiet dignity. and in his heart the decision was confirmed. But the greatest shock was yet to come, and no one in Umueze was prepared for it. 3 days later, something extraordinary happened. The ground began to shake with the sound of approaching horses. Drums echoed through the valley. Royal trumpets pierced the morning air. The entire village ran to the gates in shock. A royal procession from the great kingdom of Abikara was entering Umueze village.
People of Umueze, I am King Ezenamdi of Abikara. I have come to collect my son, Prince Obinna.
And then the beggar stepped forward. The villagers watched
I am
in
here,
absolute
Father.
shock as the filthy beggar they had mocked, spat on, and chased away, transformed before their very eyes into the most handsome prince they had ever seen. The prince turned to face the crowd. Every eye was on him. Every mouth was open. And then he spoke.
People of Umueze, I came to your village disguised as a beggar to find one thing, a woman with a pure heart. I asked for help from many, but only one person in this entire village showed me kindness.
My prince! My prince! It was me! I helped you! I was going to bring you food! I was just about to—
Silence! You, Chioma, called me a dead goat. You kicked dust in my face. You told me to go and die. I remember every word.
No! No, please! I didn't know! I didn't know you were a prince! Please forgive me!
That's exactly the problem, Chioma. You only see value when you see wealth. You are beautiful on the outside but ugly on the inside.
Adaeze, come forward. Bored.
My prince, I don't understand. I am just a poor maid. I have nothing to offer you.
You gave me water when I was thirsty. You washed my feet when they were bleeding. You did not see a beggar. You saw a human being. That is worth more than all the gold in my kingdom.
Adaeze, daughter of Umueze, will you marry me and become my queen?
Yes. Yes. Not because you are a prince. Because you are the man I washed my last cloth to clean. Because you are the yes to the beggar. And I say yes to the prince.
And so the poor maid Adaeze married Prince Obinna in the grandest wedding the kingdom had ever seen. Mama Nkechi was given a beautiful house in the palace and lived the rest of her days in comfort and joy, surrounded by grandchildren who adored her. As for Chioma, she never married, not because no man wanted her, but because every man who heard her story feared the ugliness hiding behind her beautiful face. She spent the rest of her life wondering, what if she had simply been kind? And so ends our tale, my children. Remember this. Beauty without character is like a flower without fragrance. It may look lovely, but it adds nothing to the world. Be kind to the stranger on the road. Feed the hungry, help the weak, for you never know who is watching, and you never know who that beggar truly is. Good night, my children. Until the next tale. If this story touched your heart, press the like button and share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss a tale, and tell me in the comments, would you have helped the beggar?